Welcome to the Moneycontrol Business Roundup. Here are the top headlines of the day. Sensex scales 80,000 to touch new all-time highs led by M&M Power Grid. Emcure Pharma IPO issue fully subscribed on day 1 so far. NIIs lead from the front. Social media startup coup to shut down after acquisition talks fail. BYJ seeks 48 hours to decide on undertaking to not sell or pledge assets. Bitcoin will likely hit a new all-time high this year, says report. China tops UN list with 6 times more GenAI patents than USA. India 5th but growing at fastest rate. South Korean president announces tax breaks for companies that raise shareholder returns. Let's dive more into these headlines now. The S&P BSE Sensex scaled the mark of 80,000 on Wednesday for the first time, marking yet another landmark for the index that has made new records multiple times already this year. The last 10,000 points were added by the Sensex in under 7 months. It had first hit the mark of 70,000 on December 11, 2023. Mahindra & Mahindra is the top performer on the Sensex during this period, as has been the case with the Nifty 50 as well. Other gainers during this period include stocks like Bharti Airtel, Adani Ports and Tata Motors. Emcure Pharmaceuticals' public issue witnessed a lukewarm start on the first day of bidding on July 3rd, led by non-institutional and retail investors. The company's Rs 1,952 crore public offer was subscribed 99% so far, receiving bids for 1.37 crore shares as against 1.37 crore shares on offer. The subscription data on the exchanges showed. The pharma company's IPO is a mix of fresh issuance of shares worth Rs 800 crore and an OFS of 1.14 crore shares worth Rs 1,152 crore by several existing shareholders including promoters Satish Raman Lal Mehta, Sunil Rajnikant Mehta, Namita Vikas Thapar and Samit Satish Mehta. Indian social media startup Coup, which had branded itself as an alternative to microblogging site X, is shutting down its services after prolonged talks for an acquisition failed. The company's founders Apremeya Radhakrishna and Mayank Bidwatka took to LinkedIn to make this announcement. Coup was launched in March 2000. The app garnered prominence in 2021 after several government officials endorsed it. Embattled edtech company BYJ on July 3rd asked for 48 hours from the NCLT to decide if it can give an undertaking, as sought by the bankruptcy court not to pledge, sell or transfer its assets in a dispute with some of its investors. I don't know what my clients wants to do, but I will obtain instructions from them or whether such an undertaking can be given, BYJ's senior counsel KG Raghavan told the tribunal. The case will be heard on July 9th after NCLT is informed about BYJ's decisions to give the undertaking. Bitcoin has not reached the top of its current appreciation cycle and is likely to go past its all-time high this year, according to research report released by CZ Data on Tuesday. Bitcoin hit an all-time high of above $73,700 in March, but has been since trading within a range between roughly $59,000 and $72,000. CC Data's report, which examined historical Bitcoin price movements, suggests it can reach a new height. The data and research firm said historical trends have shown that the halving event has always preceded a period of price expansion that can last anywhere from 366 days to 548 days before producing a cycle top, with each halving experiencing a longer cycle than the one prior due to maturation of the asset class and lowered volatility. China dwarfs all other nations in patents and inventions relating to generative AI, such as chatbots, but India has quickly emerged in the top 5 based on related inventions and is growing at the fastest rate in the world, a UN back-end report said on July 3rd. The Patent Landscape Report on Generative AI issued by World Intellectual Property Organization said that China has been filling the most number of generative AI patents, 6 times more than second place USA. India is the 5th biggest destination for GenAI inventions, clocking the highest average annual growth rate among the top 5 leaders at 56%. South Korean President Yoon Suk has announced tax cuts for companies that increase capital returns to shareholders under the country's Corporate Value Up program. Speaking ahead of the government's biannual economic policy announcement, Yoon said that these tax benefits will reward companies that actively expand dividends and push for a low-rate separate taxation on shareholders' dividend income tax, according to a Google translation. Yoon was referring to the Corporate Value Up program from the country's financial regulatory body, which aims to boost its undervalued local markets.